Hello, welcome to Chemistry Honors. My name is Catherine Scott, and I'm your Student Chemistry Honors teacher this year. My email is down here at the bottom, catherine.scott@mbla.net, which feel free to reach out to me any point during the year if you have any questions or concerns. So just a little bit about me before we talk about the class. I was born and raised here in the Bay Area in the East Bay, and I have a bachelor's in science and pharmaceutical chemistry from UC Davis and a master's in education from Stanford. And this is my 5th year at Mountain View, and I'm so excited. I've gotten to teach chemistry honors, and biology, and I'm really looking forward to another year here at Mountain View. Here's a little bit about our educational philosophy, how we think about chemistry and science in general. We believe that all students have the capacity to learn science, and so we're striving as a chemistry honors team to engage students, to foster some collaborative classroom community and support them in mastering the content and the skills in this course. And we really want to make sure we challenge students to reflect, grow, and put forth their best effort into a course that can sometimes be a challenge for students. And we really want to engender a good growth mindset as we head into the school year. So here's our expectations for students. We hope that they take responsibility for their own learning. So they're asking questions in class or by email, they're collaborating and problem solving in class, interacting with their notes and homework, and that they're prepared and organized, checking Canvas and keeping up with assignments, coming to class on time, and treating each other as valuable resources in the classroom. We also hope that we're starting to build some metacognition skills, so thinking about our own thinking. This is a really useful skill that as students can develop throughout high school, and that can really help once you're in college. So think about, what part of this do I not understand? Where did I get stuck? How did we do this? Why did we do this? And using that type of thinking to figure out exactly what that place is that they're not sure about, and then really asking questions of their peers or me to help get them kind of to that mastery of the content knowledge and the skills. So what are they doing in class? We are so excited to be back in lab and getting to do laboratory activities this year. What a benefit of being back in person. And so we've already done 2 labs this year so far in the first and second week, and we'll continue to get to do some hands-on lab activities. And we also will do practice problems, class discussions, reading, simulations, note-taking, group work, writing. If you think of it, we probably do it at some point during the year. We do incorporate technology, particularly for looking at simulations at the atomic level. And we've gotten, of course, a little bit more used to it over the last year, but we do really want to give students the opportunity to be scientists in the lab. And so that's something we're really trying to be thoughtful of this year. And so they also have quizzes and unit tests and semester finals and all sorts of assessments to see how well they're understanding the material for each unit. So how can they stay organized? All material for this class will be on Canvas. So it's posted in weekly modules on the homepage. So that's all the digital slides and digital copies of handouts. And potentially a few occasional optional homeworks. We're trying to minimize a little bit of the homework load for chemistry honors, but while still providing some optional practice so that students feel like they are fully prepared, but also not overwhelmed. And so they're kind of being thoughtful of their time management and really thinking about, what do I need to review? What are the few things that I'm unsure about? All of their handouts, activities, assessments, things are organized into one notebook. And so by the end of this year, this will kind of become their own personal textbook of all their learning in chemistry honors. And so this is really where 99% of their material will go. So they need to bring that to class every single day. They ideally need a scientific calculator. We have a class set, but we generally don't allow students to use graphing calculators just because they're programmable on assessments. Their textbook's going to stay at home. It's mostly used as a reference and good for giving another kind of explanation for certain topics, but we don't use it too much. They also need pens, pencils, colors, their personal device, and headphones for class. So here's how their grade is determined. So 90% is chemistry content knowledge, and so that's broken up by unit, and the final exam is 10%. The exact percentages of each unit is a little bit dependent on what we get through in one semester. So this is for semester 1, units 1 through 5. and the kind of length and duration of each unit. 10% is their work habits grade, and so that's mostly homework graded on completion, and can also include some kind of self-assessment scores on how students are participating and engaging in class. Their content knowledge includes quizzes, tests, writing assignments, labs, anything that is graded not based on completion, but has an actual score. And they have the opportunity to do retakes on big assessments and our unit assessments throughout the year. This is our grade scale. This has been the grade scale for chemistry honors for as long as I've been teaching it. With the exception of the A category, those other categories are broken down into pluses and minuses. And what this really allows is for students to kind of actually improve in their scores if they struggle in a particular unit or a particular time of year. This really allows them to continue to improve their grade and not kind of be stuck in a rut. But it still has a high threshold for mastery with that 90%. And we don't have any A minuses or A pluses. It's just if you get above and at a 90% or above, you have an A in this class. So here's a little bit of an overview of our semester. So semester 1's thinking more about foundations of chemistry. That's where we currently are. And some atomic structure and electronic structure. And then some nomenclature, how do we name things, and chemical bonding. So thinking a lot about chemical structure for our first, and the composition of matter for our first semester, and then moving into the changes that matter undergoes for our second semester. So thinking about chemical reactions, the mole and stoichiometry, thermochemistry, equilibrium, and ending the year thinking about acids and bases and an application of that in ocean acidification. If you're curious about what your student might take after this class, these are all of the options. There are many. As you can see, there's physics and AP Physics 1, AP Chemistry, AP Biology, AP Environmental Science, Anatomy and Physiology. Students really kind of take any of these classes following chemistry honors. And so we'll talk more about this in January when they're thinking about whatever course they might want to take next. Just a little bit about the MVLA High School Foundation. They've done some great things for science over the years. They funded digital microscopes and the eclipse classes for that 2017 solar eclipse. The thing we're really excited about is that they have funded a science lab technician position, which allows us to be able to put together really fun labs for students. And we also are grateful for our tutorial center, which is a wonderful resource for students to get any help they may need in any other classes. If there's anything you'd like to let me know about your student, feel free to fill out this form. It's completely optional. But if there's something that would be helpful for me to know to best support your student, this is a great way to let me know. url.mbhs.io/ScottBTSN. You can pause it right now, do it at this moment or later. You can also email me if you prefer. And so while I am so grateful to be in person with all of my students this year, I know it's still a really stressful time. And so my main concern is that every student is healthy and safe, both emotionally and physically. So keep in touch with me. If something's going on, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know how I can best support your student. I want them to have a wonderful year in chemistry honors. And so it's helpful if you can loop me in if there's anything that I need to know as their teacher. Again, my email is down there, catherine.scott@mvla.net. And thank you so much for your time, and hope you have a good rest of your night.